Welcome to Joa Fitness Health Wellness Video Podcast, a space to ignite your day through positive conversations. We bring people that have created excellence in their life, sharing high vibration in their reawakening path.
But I always ask them, do you know your skin type? Are you aware of what kind of skin type you have? Because what worked for even your own sister, even sometimes your own twin sister, or your cousin, your best friend, the influencer that you follow on Instagram, it's not gonna work for you because their skin is theirs and yours is yours. It's very unique. So the first thing you wanna understand is what type of skin types you have.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the Joa Fitness Podcast. Today is Tuesday. I'm super excited today to bring new information about health and wellness. And in this short series, we have a special guest talking about the skincare. Why? Because we are entering summer. The summer season is just around the corner. And I am very curious about what to do with our skin to take care of our skin, especially when the sun is out. 24 hours, and mostly actually in Toronto, we receive summer sun. So I am in the city of Toronto. My name is Joa Rivas, and I'm here to support you in your health journey. Today we have Toru. Toru is also in Toronto, and she's a makeup artist. How are you, Toru?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me today, Joa.
Yes, it was so nice to have you last week talking about the skin and the factors that influence in our skin, factors that we sometimes we don't even know that can affect us. We mentioned the stress, we mentioned the S of stress, S of sun and sleep and sugar and strain. All these S's are always affecting us. And it's important to know that the skin is not only the external thing. We also have a combination of nutrition, and all this can affect our skin. Our emotions can actually be correlated. So Toru, tell me about your week. How was your week from the last week to now? Any excited news?
Well, it's been really nice. Busy working, a lot of things that are developing. And then one of my kids, my daughter, the oldest one, just turned 20 yesterday. So we had a celebration. That was amazing. It's like time flies. We just don't know what happens, but it's really nice to see that she's growing.
Yes, well, you look fabulous today. You look glowing, you look shining and glowing. And you're definitely a great example of a healthy skin and hair. And we want to know more about the skincare in this season, especially you as mother. You mentioned you just were celebrating the birthday of your second kid that is 20, and they probably confuse you with sister because you don't look like you have a 20 years old kid. So we want to know, how can we look like you when we have a kid of 20, right? Like that, at least I want to know that. So today we're going to be chatting about the 3 steps of how to cleanse, exfoliate, tone, and moisturize our skin, especially now on this season that is just starting very soon, the summer season. Tell us about the skin types. I think that's very important to start. Why don't we just start about the skin types, like how can we actually know what skin we are?
Yes, that's very important. One thing that I want to preface this segment is, a lot of times people ask me, so-and-so has tried this product or this regimen or tried this type of facial and it worked really well for her. Her acne cleared up, or, she had a great result with this. So I want to try it too. But I always ask them, do you know your skin type? Are you aware of what kind of skin type you have? Because what worked for even your own sister, even sometimes your own twin sister, or your cousin, your best friend, the influencer that you follow on Instagram, it's not going to work for you because their skin is theirs and yours is yours. It's very unique. So the first thing you want to understand is what type of skin types you have. And then that helps you to determine the basic skin essential care, which is cleanse, tone, and moisturize. So how do we tell what kind of skin type you have? So one thing that you can do at home is you wash your face as you normally do, and then don't put any products for an hour. This is just to do this test, right? And then you're going to look at your skin or you're going to feel your skin and then see if you notice any kind of oil naturally being produced from your pores without any products.
Okay.
So a lot of people, yes.
So we check first after we take we wash our face, and then we just notice where do we produce oil.
Yep. Where do we produce oil and where is it lacking? And also the size of your pores. A lot of people think they have large pores, but what is visible? And then this is something that maybe it would be more helpful if you have a professional looking at it, because you're not always the best judge of your own pore size. Everybody looks at them like this, close to the mirror, and thinks they have large pores. In fact, sometimes you don't have large pores. So, but the best way you can feel is when you wash your face, and if you don't apply any moisturizer, does it immediately go very tight and dry and purged and sometimes even flaky all over your face, cheeks, T-zone, everywhere? Then you are actually a true dry skin. If within an hour you start to produce oil only in a certain parts like the T-zone and your chin, you're more like a combination. And if you don't even use any moisturizer, but your entire face is oily by the end of your first hour, you're true oily skin. And I actually fall into that oily skin type. I'm oily everywhere.
Okay. So there are essentially 3 types. So the dry, then the
no, actually 4 types. There is a group of people that are just evened out naturally. So they don't have big pores. Their pores are not that visible, but they're not dry either. So those are normal skin type. There's not a lot of people like this, but once in a while we have people like that. And they don't usually have a problem to balance their skin, meaning because their skin is already naturally balanced. But most majority of people fall into either very oily, or actually most people are combination. And combination of very oily somewhere in T-zone, or very dry in the cheeks, or actually dry everywhere. And very few people are true oily skin where they're really oily all over their face.
So the T-zone, you refer the T-zone as the nose and the eyebrows? Like what's the T-zone?
The forehead, the center of the forehead, and the nose is the T-zone, and the chin.
The chin. Okay, those are the 3 spots that we can identify the oily areas. So once we know, let's say in my case, I fall into that semi-oily, like fully oily, but semi-oily. Then what do we do next?
Once you determine what your skin type is, then you can make a plan based on what your skin needs. So if you're oily skin, you have excessive oil. You have enough oil, there is. So when you're looking at a cleanser, then you want something that actually is gel-based, or something that it very lightly foams up or lathers, so that you can actually cleanse that oil in your skin naturally in your pores. You might want to incorporate ingredients like glycolic acid, something that's on a gentle side of AHA. So like the chemical that can help bring down the oil in your cleanser, or enzymes like papaya enzymes or pineapple enzymes that's in your cleanser already. So when you're doing your daily washing, you're removing the oil a little bit deeper. Again, when you're looking at a moisturizer, if you already have a lot of oil in your skin naturally, you don't need a very thick moisturizer, but you still need a moisturizer to protect the outer barrier, the surface of your skin, just a very lightweight and something that's infused with things that are more hydrating, like niacinamide or aloe vera, to make sure that you have enough hydration to hold the water content in your skin, but not too much oil to create additional clog in your skin. If you are dry skin, that means your skin naturally does not produce a lot of oil. So you definitely want to cleanse your face with a type of cleanser like cream-based, like lotion-based, that looks like milk, and avoid using a lot of water, because water is actually dehydrating unless you have a pH balanced water system. But your tap water is going to further dehydrate and dry out your skin. So if you're naturally dry skin, you want to be mindful of those things and definitely use a little bit more rich moisturizer to make sure that that incorporate like vitamin E in it, so that your seal for your skin is a little bit thicker.
Okay. So Toru, she is a medical esthetician, and she also works with a relation between the skin and the nutrition. And that's why she mentioned all these vitamins that are really important for our skin and our hair and our nails. So let's just get the 3 steps to cleanse, exfoliate, tone, and moisturize in a very short way so everybody can remember and can apply in this summer.
Okay. So no matter what skin type you have, one, you want to make sure you choose the right type of cleanser, like I just mentioned. When you have your cleanser, you want to make sure it's gentle enough that you can do the double cleanse at the end of the night. Your nighttime cleanse is very important. So before you're going to bed, you want to make sure, first of all, if you have makeup or sunscreen on, then you want to remove that surface debris or that oil from the makeup with the oil-based cleanser. If you don't have any makeup on, but you still want to do your first cleanse to remove whatever is on the surface. And then you do the second cleanse to make sure you're focusing on the areas where you're noticing a lot of blackheads or congestion, to make sure you're cleansing inside your pores. So that double cleanse approach at night alone can change up a lot of people's skin.
Yes. What about the next step for the toning and the moisturizing?
The toner, a lot of people associate it with an astringent, meaning when you put it on skin, it kind of burns, or is it like witch hazel infused? Not all toners are supposed to stink you. Those astringents are sometimes helpful if you have a lot of acne, but for most part, I recommend gentle toner for all skin type, something that is just to neutralize the pH balance of your skin. Your natural skin pH is around 6.5, because your skin is supposed to produce a little bit of oil. It's a little more acidic than the pH of tap water, which is 7. So unless, like I said, I mentioned earlier, you have already pH balanced water system, then you want to make sure you have a toner after being exposed to any type of, showering or bathing or washing your face, to make sure your skin is soft again. So it's prepped for your moisturizer. And then
the pH is below 7. When you actually, you want to have a pH water about 6?
6.
Okay.
Anywhere between 6 to 6.5.
Okay. And to moisturize?
To moisturize, again, it's important that you're choosing something that's appropriate for your skin type. So if you're oily skin, you don't want to pack on very thick or oily moisturizer. You just want to use a gel type moisturizer to make sure that you have enough, but not too much. If you're dry, make sure that you're actually layering after a hydrating serum, because moisturizer is really just like a barrier, like a glue to seal in the hydration, the water content in your skin, to make sure that it's not going to break at the external part, right? But so if you have a naturally dry skin, even that part is lacking. So you want to first infuse your skin with a hydrating serum. What I usually recommend people is that vitamin C serum for all skin type, because vitamin C is a really powerful antioxidant. It's also anti-inflammatory and also very effective when you're using it during the day underneath your sunscreen. It can actually turn your sunscreen 80% stronger against the environmental damage. So if you're really serious about anti-aging or even just being healthy for your skin, you want to make sure you have a good vitamin C serum that you can wear underneath your moisturizer, and then you're protected, or you're more preventative, you're being proactive against the environmental damage.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Great work. Great information to share. Thank you so much for like summarizing all these tips, especially now in, I believe next week, we start officially summer 2021. I'm sure people have been waiting for this time since we never spent so many hours at home. And with this situation, I'm sure people want to go out there and get some sun, but we have to be making sure that we know how to take care of our skin and to know how to rejuvenate our skin as well. I love two things that you mentioned. First is how to understand your skin, what type of skin you have, because we all have a unique skin, no matter where you are, even your background. It could change what type of skin you have in the moment. It also is related to the nutrition that you have that also can change the skin type. And the other thing that is really important for everybody to remember is that what works well for your friend, your siblings, your family, even the influencers in the social media doesn't mean that works for you. So first of all, make sure you do a screening of your skin. You know what type of skin you have, and then you actually can find the products that actually get to your skin. So that's very important. So thank you so much, Toru, for sharing all this information. And if you have any questions, please make the comments below, and also share the podcast and the video podcast to anybody that you think it will get benefits from listening to this. If you want to hear more about Toru, she can be found on Faces by Toru. And can you please remind us about your website and your email?
My email is facesbytoru@gmail.com, and you can actually email me for further information on my workshops, as well as what I actually work. I'm currently in the process of setting up a new page for skincare, lifestyle, and nutrition. So for those of you who want to subscribe to that, please email me or find me on Instagram and message me.
Instagram is Faces by Toru?
Faces by Toru, yes.
Faces by Toru. Okay, thank you so much, Toru. I love this. We are continuing one more talk next week, and it's going to be related to acne. I think a lot of people are having reactions on the skin. Our skin is the frame of our body, so we can find solutions next week about the acne and even any type of disruption in the skin related to the pore. Really, like this could be so deep, especially we can even chat about psoriasis. So let's see if we can get all these comments, and depending on what you want to hear, we always open to add some information extra. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you, Toru, for your time, your precious time.
Thank you.
The best for next week, especially I know you have a couple of events happening. And thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Remember that together we are stronger.
We invite you to subscribe to this channel and share with your community. Please leave comments below, and if you like the episode, click the like button. Have a beautiful day.